know the
comp doesn't really create the passive pressure on A that you want on attack.
Towards the end of
so you
that
kind of have to back that by
One thing
maybe
that was
doing
really
like
strong
double
too for
fake
100
Astra
Thieves is just how
smokes.
Cryo was able to move around with the team and also
I
put
don't know.
these
We'll see how
walls
they
that makes it
handle
very
it.
difficult for Sentinels.
Sentinels on defense,
Getting
100 Thieves on
especially on the
attack.
piss around.
Like we
So
said,
for
they
this
kind of
defense, will
struggle
Sentinel
at
wanna try to
creating the
move a
pressure
little bit
here.
more aggressively, be in
So
front of enemy
to
lines
cover that up, at
in
least
order
on the
to
pistol
not
round,
allow
they're going to go
Cryocells
over
get
towards A.
these walls across.
Just straight up A site hit.
It's a recall smoke to try to pop into the A site. And looks like Sentinels, they want to play the retake.
Oh, Asuna starting already, just being tricky, and he plays his life.
Got a kill, got out of
Just to
there,
be
has
annoying.
nade as well.
These little protocols they have to give him just a bit of an inch.
You saw
They
him,
take
right?
a mile. And that's going to be a kill from Bank.
Yeah,
Very
maybe he should have
nice
stayed
answer
alive with
there.
his
They're
nades,
going to
huh?
drop in from the top of the site after the util hits, but you can see Narrate ready to answer back and delay.
Nice flash too. They could start flooding in now for Sentinels.
All right, drops
Yeah,
are
they
in.
really
Everything is
isolate the
hurt
two on
here.
site here.
100 Thieves now have to decide which way
Ooh,
is the best to shoot.
insta-stick.
The defuse is going to go down, adding more pressure onto the site. It's only up
Insta-stick.
now to EU rather.
Damn, really
Top side,
nice.
and he's
Really
not
nice
gonna
from
have enough
Sentinels.
time, not gonna
Just
have enough
ignore
arms
the
and
wall
eyeballs
over
to figure out
towards
where
spawn.
everything is.
Bit of
Sentinels
pressure
get the
here,
first
and
round.
they have the
leave him to
retake
run
wall, and they
around.
just go straight
That's
on
unfortunate.
site.
The discipline from Sentinels
Just
was
isolate the
huge on
two,
that pistol.
insta-stick.
They gave
One person stays
them a
heaven
chance here
for...
for Cryocells to put up that
That's
wall
nice.
up towards that spawn. And you know
One
how
person
good
stays
those
heaven
walls
for the
are
two that are
on
probably going to
pistol
wrap
round.
heaven in
But the
reaction.
thing is, the beautiful paranoia and flash for them to retake towards that front of the site. You saw the reflank coming up on the top of the A ramp, but Celsius just stayed very patient inside the fence, and he was the most important
was a
position,
good
the
pistol.
key piece here to allow Sentinels to cross
we're at
far, to not
3-2
give
for
a chance
pistols.
for 100 Thieves to play the post plant on the top when it's planted for them. Very, very nicely done once again from the veteran here of Sentinels, and we are quick up middle.
W on W here. It's going to be the judge. One shot reload, but he is going to be able to get a few off of that. Make sure he's safe. A few actually shots before that as Zelsis is just doing work behind the camera here. And it is now EU and Boostio left alive. Spike just out of reach.
Narrates first contact. Nice shot.
That'll do it.
He's
Zelsis,
jumping
one of
around
the
feeling
better
like Arsene
Vipers
today
at holding
here,
over towards
on
middle.
the judge. Zelsis gets his own
Gets
fourth
rid of the
catch.
judge,
Exactly. I was
picks
just
up the
about to
bulldog.
mention Artesine with judges on this map of split, and Zelsis takes a little bit out of his playbook and was able to anchor up that.
I'm a little bit worried for 100 Thieves that they can't win this round. Because then they got a weakness of the comp, and they're off to a bad start.
Like split, especially if you're looking at how you're leveraging this initiator, double
Okay,
initiator.
just straight up towards A again.
Space here for your raise to move up, and
Like
she's
we
just gonna
said,
satchel
it's
right
hard to create
into
pressure here,
your
so
judge.
they
And
need
even
to
if
like
you're getting
double
stunned,
fake smoke
I
here,
mean,
or can go
still
heaven
white
with
spread, you can
numbers.
still do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually
Boostio
commit a
prepared
smoke.
If the team catches anything, now moving the fault line up to the top.
Like
of
this
ramp,
from
finally
Sentinels.
hits.
Lose a ramp. At the
Asuna
same time, we got a
space.
one-way on middle, and they take a lot of control.
No rounds for 100 Thieves yet, but each one has consisted of Asuna just consistently breaking the defensive line and the team following very fast.
Even a smoke that was thrown onto defense to try to block off vision. Cycling up with the wall wasn't enough. All of 100 Thieves already made it through. Trying to find information is the counter of Sentinels, knowing that there's still a lot of pressure up towards heaven. Paranoid
Omen flash goes in.
into
Wait,
the
this
top.
is nice.
Off the stairwell, didn't bounce the way he wanted. EU gets that one through the smoke. Narrate's actually pretty low, or another pretty low.
Very
actually goes
nice,
down.
man. This has been the same. It's
Now
been
they
the same
limp
theme
around.
every single map,
Spike
though.
again
Sentinels
out of
play
reach.
very
Haven't seen that
well
kind of a
together.
No,
split
They're
fight for a
always
while
doing
where it's just
everything
about A
together.
heaven.
that's actually very nice from Sentinels too. They just waited for the rotate across from Bang so they could double
Yeah, this
flash
Omen
from
flash was
Paranoia and
awesome.
Narrate.
Omen flash to
So
clear
Sentinels,
this,
very, very clean
and
in
then
the
just everyone
protocols.
sending into
And
heaven.
that's something that I haven't seen coming out of the refight on A Heaven yet.
Yeah. They wanted to meet. Usually you let the team drop out or see if they'll peek you, but a very close choke point, or a very small choke point to get through. I mean, Sentinels still make it work.
The EU actually has
15
15
seconds.
seconds as it's made his way around. He's going to have to hurry up a little bit more, though. Has to make noise now. Should be
Yeah,
easier
very,
kill. There
very
you
nice
go.
from
There was a
Sentinels.
little bit more. There was an
Bonus
opportunity
rounds
play
to
from behind, but
Sentinels, 100 Thieves,
he
no
felt
money.
the pressure of that clock
Haven't
and had
been
to
able
start moving
to-
a little bit more quickly. But to go back to your point, as you were saying, instead of waiting to drop and play
They're
that,
going to have to
and
go
whatnot
elsewhere
and
on the map,
react,
and I
the
don't know if
main
they...
play
I feel like they're going
around
to
what,
struggle to go
Sentinels
elsewhere
just
on the
did
map,
there was
because
still
they might
to
have to
fight
commit that
towards A Heaven no
smoke
matter
over
what, right?
towards
Because if
A.
you drop into the site and go for the plant,
Wait,
well,
they
you can
go
still
A
double
again?
flash and move into A Heaven control. So you don't allow here for 100 Thieves to play for the plant plant for Heaven. They have to turtle up within the site. It allows for you to pincer and flood a little bit better, knowing that most of 100 Thieves will be stuck here inside the site. So I love this type of look here from Sentinels, and they're trying to close the gap once again for 100 Thieves, but Osno keeps getting denied here with counter util on the side of Sen.
Quick 1-2 from Zekin. They've still tried to take A over and over again, so we have to consider this is being conditioned quite a bit without 100 Thieves losing it. The rest of the map is still there for them to use. But man, have Sentinels locked this down. Time. Ooh. There's the shots. Ooh. There's the cleanup. John Cutie keeps the spam.
I was kind of worried when Zekin bailed, but John did great.
Not this time.
Very nice.
Zel's is still coming up the rope.
There's so much money here. So much money. And Thieves probably need to do a timeout.
Very clean rounds here.
Exactly.
There's a lot to talk about.
Already within 4 rounds, they've tied the amount of rounds they had against 100 Thieves the last time on this map during kickoff. There's a series that still, no matter what, went in the hands of Sentinels. As Wyatt mentioned before, it was a lot of gambles in terms of the veto, thinking that 100 Thieves are going to get a lot of value off the bind pick, something that were so good in the past, but faltered towards the end of last year.
Okay, is this not too obvious? They change up their star.
Another banger class that goes into a 3-map series. 100 Thieves back into
they now do a star to make it look double block
they do have a
to
lot of
create pressure.
Even one away from getting the Armageddon.
Exactly.
Feels a little bit too obvious. You can literally tell from the beginning of the round where they want to go.
Moved for even any map control. Yeah, even the drone stop a bit. Sorry, Riv, the drone stop a bit, so you're not going to get the max value in terms of how much you could clear.
We see him considering the state of the game, right?
Drone went deep over towards A.
What can be stopped, but
free ult, your ult for retake if they need it.
A-line for Sentinels lets them know nothing's happening, and Zekin's going to go on a fact-finding mission and figure out the rest of what's going on.
1, 2.
Jeez. They're setting themselves up so well in these rounds.
As they do this, too, the breach is still in a good line to... Well, actually, I was about to say that. But it would be in a good spot here to assist.
They got most of the util out of them.
On top of Heaven, because right now Osno is just keeping everybody at bay. Look at the amount of util it takes just to try to push him back, and he won't have too much on a retake. So now the anchors towards the A side have to come up huge.
Oh, Zekin still clears though from
double.
the site. They didn't know
and John
he was
honestly did great to get one.
Being able to be very mobile around the map with these gate crashes. And now, another moment of wonder.
Okay, it's looking really rough for 100 Thieves. They're definitely going to have a good defense, but they need some rounds, and it just hasn't even looked close. Like the pistol round looked the closest.
But unfortunately, a miscom overextension at the bottom, an easy kill right here
from Zekin, man.
EU. But Sentinels are looking to have a pretty clean and strong attack, defense side so far, already forcing out a timeout from 100 Thieves.
Wild start. Both teams have come up off a map loss and just came out firing.
This is done.
Sentinels here doing it on the 3rd map, maybe
getting close to it.
Just the time they needed
Not
to
yet,
do it again.
Very close. The problem is Sentinels have so much money as well.
Macro can be done now, seeing the plays not working. It seems like 100 Thieves is, getting mid, getting towards A, but out of those positions,
the wall's not
so
good.
Closed in by
they wanted the thing is
they're just
it's just a crossfire, right? It's not like they're trying to do anything crazy with the wall. It's just to block off one of the angles for a crossfire to like clear this fast. Might have been easier to do the right, but
and can't really get into the site
then you force them into the rest of your team.
And I think again it's off the
and you also cut off the fact that you might go over towards Heaven,
allowing 400 Thieves to gain a little bit of that space, but not a little bit more towards the extremities of the sites.
Right.
And I think here for 100 Thieves, they got to start potentially fighting even more towards that spawn, knowing the position that Sentinels have. The double initiator, one's going to be in an iPad, the other one's going to be in a fault line. There's opportunities to kind of catch them off guard if you have good counter utility towards the end, and you do so because EU has his own salvos, Busio has his own fault line.
But I think they're playing a no Cypher or Viper on this map. I think it's playing on hard mode. Like it is playing on hard mode. So I think you can. So I think you can win for sure.
It's been absolutely
So I
wild.
think it's a lot harder than it needs to be.
Where do they go from here? Spike's going to be towards mid, and
no doubt
still
about it.
Sentinels feel like keeping all this initiator utility together so they can either
Yeah, they go for the old school
delay
wall.
a site.
Been
So
in the game
smart.
for, I mean, kind of since the first month of the game, just to try to kill anyone over towards heaven.
The only thing they could really do right now is try to play contact in the very beginning, but both initiators are looking to allow the 3 players to push up towards B heaven. There's that util to push through. Nice opening by Asuna.
Push off. Salvo comes through to give him quite a bit of room, but there's still. It doesn't seem
Asuna
like
gets
they're
another
confident to
kill. He
take it.
gets
It's
his
just
ult.
giving them baby steps here, and they need more
Spike
than
still
baby
needs to go
steps to get into the
from
site with this
B
low buy.
heaven.
That's a quick kill from Narrate. More delay in the aftershock. Cryo could really get some big space here, but no.
Really
Sentinel
nice from
is
Bang.
very
The
ready
Sentinels
for
are
the
just taking
situation,
turns of
and
just
even
like someone
Armageddon to
on
boot
site getting
and
a
close out
2K.
the round 6-0 for
There's
Sentinels.
Zekken over towards A. Got Bang here now as well. They're just shutting it down.
So Xander wasn't ready for that one. Definitely did try a nice little opening to kick things off here for Asuna. But then right after, it's the Sentinel salvos right after. That doesn't allow for 100 Thieves to flood after the gap that was actually produced by the first blood from Asuna.
Didn't matter too much, but still.
Thought he had a safe passage right there.
You gotta
a safe
imagine
corner to hide from,
with
but
5
unfortunately
ults they can win a round.
Operator finally.
This was the TP that Boo was talking about
They're
the other
feeling
day that's
comfortable,
kind of
they're feeling
underrated.
rich
Just
right now.
aggro over
Zekken's gonna
towards
hold
A,
the
TPing
beeline,
over
and that
towards
just
the
gives
right.
everybody on the
He did a
map
stun,
comfort
insta
to
swing
watch
with it as well.
everything else if
Big
he
jewel
isn't
on
seeing
A.
anything,
Chris?
which his vision's going to be flooded in a
Chris
second.
out here sleeping, man.
The
Big
quick
kill
pick
from
for
Xander.
Boosty. Oh, the drone's going to push him just offline, and they're going to have freedom on this one. Nicely played, not going in dry on that peak, and the utils flooding into the site with a Cosmic Divide for protection.
The wall doesn't really allow for them to plant. They have to actually fight
That's a
through
little
this.
weird.
Okay, thankfully nobody's fighting back.
Whoops.
Good news for 100
Be
Thieves.
able to get out here.
They only have to
2
use one
left.
ult.
Oh, the wall in their
Oops.
face doesn't go over the spike, obviously, but they still have the avenues to shoot through.
Hey,
100
worked
Thieves
out
get
pretty
themselves
well.
around.
Sentinel's
Nicely
money
played.
is outrageous.
It's gonna be that
So
teamwork that gets
100
them
Thieves
into
gonna
B
have to
together
do this
here
2
on
more
good
times
util
to
usage
force
as
them
well.
down to an
And I love the
eco.
little
Even
switch
then,
up
might
from
not
100
even
Thieves
work
to take
depending on
control
the
of
armor
middle.
they buy.
Instead of trying to pull Asuna with a double satchel all the way up towards heaven, all the way to the vents, he goes for a satchel to stop right here out in the open. So the second smoke that was thrown towards the mill right here where he gets the kill was a recall. So the idea was just to...
Good chat. Okay, let's get 6.
The idea
Let's
was
get
just to really
6.
try to take down
It's a nice fast strat.
Zelsis right there in that moment, because he's been playing such good positions.
The
with
Sentinels
judges
timeout
or at
after
the
losing
ropes.
1 round.
Yeah.
So it's a
Ooh,
nice
I
little
love that.
thing that Zix has seen on the type of
Messing about.
positioning that Sentinels have been doing at the very beginning of these rounds.
Kaplan calls the timeout after 1. Says, nah, slow down, 100 Thieves. Just takes it right away. Wants to chat with the team and let him know what's going on. As you can see, he's doing most of the talking right now. And I wouldn't think this is anything of a worry. Just really repositioning, understanding what might have affected them there after the 100 Thieves conditioning, which was mainly the right side of the map in mid for a long time.
Yeah, the counter timeout from Kaplan now is, will we try to get more support
Right.
for Zelsis around this spot? Because it hasn't really been tested, and when they did,
These
Zelsis did an
timeouts are
incredible job
annoying
just
to go up
holding
against,
the
yeah,
area.
for sure.
That kill that
Just
he
any
just
little
got,
bit of
or he
momentum as
received
well.
here from Asuna, was actually his first death in this map so far.
Yeah.
So he was currently 7-0-1 until he finally got dropped. So despite him being so hot in these moments in his position, I like the fact that 100 Thieves still wanted to disrespect the plays here from Zelsis and drop him down.
And even with that 100 Thieves win, that was just the Cosmic Divide
Okay,
used
late
for
punish over
Ultimate
towards here.
still ready.
Smoke. Oh my goodness.
And,
Dude, more fast
Armageddon
strats.
right off the
Delsis
right
has to
coming
get
through.
forced into the open. There was a slow here.
HP,
Dude, they expected he might have got
still
here.
alive somehow.
Yeah.
I can't believe he got out.
Very close. Zelsis going to be limping around the rest
Getting
of the round. on
spammed.
this, and they're
He's
gonna
in a
see if they
slow.
actually
The
got
ult
any
was coming
follow-up
out.
damage to look at here.
And he
1,
wants to
2,
put on
3,
mid. Yeah,
4.
let's put the
Passing
whole
over
team.
towards middle is
Ooh,
going to
they
get
support
wild in
very
middle.
well. Crossfire coming in
Sentinels
more
win
so
the
from the
duels.
side
Ult
of
goes down.
Sentinels.
My goodness, man. Spam back.
Kills
Zelsis. There was a
Zelsis
low HP. Oh, dude, that's the kill, is it not?
The Astra takes down Narrate, a huge
Feels
frag
like
for
that's the
squad as they
kill.
continue to take space.
Oops.
A little ahead of themselves.
Especially when Narrate has
This
his
is
own
absolute
rolling thunder to
mayhem.
counter
I
back.
love this push from
Beautifully done
Bang.
for Busio. and also by EU not to give a chance here for Zelsis to get that pit out. But this push from Bang, spotted now by EU.
They should just go be
This
heaven.
will potentially get John Cutie ready.
Dude, Bang gets spotted, insta ults, and kind of creates
Still
the
have the
pressure that he might
util.
be back towards site. Wait,
He's gonna be
that
an
dude,
overcooked
Bang
now,
is
'cause
Bang
he
is having a
TP'd
good
towards that
game though.
spawn.
It was fast from
Now the
him.
player's gonna walk back towards A heaven. They're walking for contact.
30 seconds left.
No sound made. And this is up to John Cutie here. He's actually
Doable.
figuring they're going to
Too
go
low
both
HPs.
sides. And just keeping 1-1 in sight. Xander about to walk into the crosshair, the double up! And he sees the Teos elbow.
Damn, dude. This is a lovely round in the 2v3 from them. I want to give a little shout out to Bang there. I know John did incredible, but the fact that Bang gets spotted at bottom middle, and they know that the tail was over towards Vents, so they're about to pivot over towards B heaven. He ults, creates the pressure back over towards B, and then they go back into John in this pause. That was sick from them. I'm so impressed with how Bang played that. I know John's absolutely owned it, but I'm telling you, the only reason he's in this position is because of Bang.
Disgusting
That was
stuff.
awesome.
The timeout snuffed from 100 Thieves. They try to re-rotate. And the quality tactics, read it as it is. EU starts off with a very nice first blood, though. Taking Zekin down is going to slow things down quite a bit here.
Zekin looks like it was tunnel vision to try to take down Cryo. EU wide swings and picks him off, and that now gives another gap towards middle that 100 Thieves could start taking advantage of.
Asana on the stinger. Expect him to go into that showstopper form at some point.
Dude, what a round
Continue
that
to
was.
Use that in the face of Sentinels.
Let's look at their
Both
money
initiators
at
still,
the moment.
though, for
So
SEN here, ready
4v5,
to delay
it's
it.
a must-win for 100
Deep in
Thieves.
sight, though. Actually, close in sight, I should say.
2-4
They're in some
loss
pretty
bonus
dangerous
on top
spots
of
if they
this
do
means
hit
another
with
eco.
Asana's ult.
The game's just
Cryo
done.
was actually anchored
Too
up
many
on that B
rounds.
side, so calls out that there was a smoke
So
in
this is
paranoia,
everything.
The moment is still on that side. They should now be ready for the initiators playing towards this A site here.
Really, he looked at him.
Should, right?
Maybe thought he was dead or something, but he didn't.
Zelsis, what a savior. Lovely molly. Goes in, gets the trades, gets an extra one.
Comes up with some big retaliation.
EU needs to
frags there,
chill, I
drops into
think.
sight to help the team after that fault line.
Oh, man.
And a third one for Zelsis
Look at
here.
the individuals.
And it's already sourced
Look at
out
them
where
all
Cryo's
go.
coming from. Bang
Oh,
with a
they've
sixth sense.
actually
Picks
owned
up an
them.
8th round for Sentinels.
And that's unfortunate.
Everyone
timing
from
there
100
for
Thieves
Cryo
sitting at
again.
2,500.
He's seen the flash and the smoke coming out from Bang from the B site, so he's looking back towards the spawn, thinking that he still beat the timing of Bang on the rotate, but Bang was already moving down towards that ramp. But one more time,
Do I think that a Sage should be lurking with Sage Res? No, not really.
And him getting that kill onto Cryo's teammate didn't give a chance here for Cryo to look back towards that bottom ramp to try to get the res.
Zelsis is on one today, and it's meaning multiple timeouts already coming in from Zix to figure out what they can do. When your composition worked so well against Sentinels last time and you are actually finding no ground this time around, how do you fix that?
Yeah, definitely. You got to give praise here to Zelsis so far, because although Wide has mentioned here that Zelsis has been quite consistent going into the Vice role, and even on today, looking like one of the best Vice in the world. Going into the Grand Finals of Kickoff versus G2, he actually did calm down for a bit, and then you saw what happened in Bangkok.
Yeah.
But it wasn't only on Zelsis, it was the whole team kind of just shutting down and not getting the best results that they wanted to.
A deadlock instead of the Sage.
One of Kickoff, a chip on the
Yeah,
shoulder,
honestly.
as mentioned by Zekin in
Hard
other
to argue
interviews,
against.
one to prove here to the Sentinels fans that they're much more than what they've shown towards Bangkok.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah, if
definitely
you
showing it here. It's
I mean,
3-1 now
if
in
you're
the
gonna
half
have
on
the
third
weakness,
half.
The
The
Vibe
Sage and the
Merchant
Deadlock,
evolving into
head
the
to
Kill
head.
Merchant here for
I
map
agree.
3, bringing everything for the squad.
Yeah, Vibe Marchand turning into like the black market.
It's scary. Anytime.
I mean, I do just think this is
sees them,
done.
They go down here. Zekin with the Outlaw. They still have a lot of money
like
to
to
work
stay
with. 100
optimistic,
Thieves
but-
continue to work with these low buys.
They can maybe get 2.
That's all they have, right? The moments that they have,
And then
shorter buys, they're
And then is
looking
this
for
comp not
a
gonna
little bit
get
more explosion
more than
towards the
2?
middle, but the default continues to be the same. So you see a timeout coming out from Zix, but they're still going for the same type of approach. But I feel that at this point, they have to be a little bit more confident on these picks. Look at this fault line to try to open up on that side. Yes, they'll take a little bit of mail. And now I want to see the overextension to continue to fight back towards the top of B. Go for this pincer maneuvers. And the pincer doesn't work. Second moves forward and drops Busio with the Outlaw.
And they hear Spike too, so the idea of what's going down on the map is also kind of pointed out in this mid push. Still, it's where the aggression's been, so Bang has not turned his eyes away from it. He knows something is coming from mailroom. Yeah, they're very ready. Ready to fault line the low buy. Sentinels is not taking any chances.
Yeah, they want to take a risk. And we've been holding onto the ult for ages, and we use it in a 4v5 when we have an eco.
Must be so annoying for 100 Thieves. They still have a chance to make this work, to get into sight, but it's there. They're stunned up for the entirety of that showstopper. Oh my gosh, they just fall into the hands of Bang. He's happy to collect two. The close-up stinger is gonna help for Cryo as he picks up another one, but Zekin, again for dimensional drift. They just go for both members. 8 seconds left. Teo is gonna stop them. He's forced to plant closer to
damn, dude. It's so nice.
Comes out of the
as much as 100 Thieves are kind of messing up a lot, I'm loving how together Sentinels are playing.
The on-the-fly calls and adaptation once again from Sentinels. Zekin going into the dimensional drift so that John Cutie can get the salvos at the right place, to get the stun at the right place, where he can't even get the pull after the spike on time to even go for the Hail Mary plant. I'm surprised here that Cryo didn't even go for a res when they finally dropped into the site and got some control. I feel like he's been holding on to this res the whole half.
Yeah, you're almost forced with the way that Sentinels is playing. It's a battle res, one of the most dangerous. You just gotta have the wall for it almost.
It's just such good reaction coming out from Sentinels. The Hail Mary of the rocket on the previous round was going to be the win con for 100 Thieves, and he gets stopped right away by the Rolling Thunder. So the reads are so good from Sentinels on the defense.
That's crazy.
A big wish he had a Sage pocket in his team, because he's down to 11
let's hyper focus on this. This ult's been up for too long.
So finally,
see how many risks we're taking with a Sage that has res.
Pressure towards the B side, but the finish seems to still be the same. Trying to punish Zelsis inside Mail.
I mean, in this, you just go for a fodder res, right? Have somebody run up, take that Mail, res him up. Like you said, it's been hard for them to find a reason for them to use it. So make a reason.
Yeah, they call for the fake on B and then they walk over towards A. We can see minimap wise, it's definitely worked.
Get a pick and then they'll be back on a 5-on-4. But now he's sacrificing his life, at least for the first kill. Keep some players over towards that B site.
Yeah. Seeing the raise too should draw some numbers.
Okay, and then they call them back over towards B. The spike is rotating in 20 seconds, so they're going to be walking into the choke point at like, what, 15 seconds? Not even. And the Raid's got a stun. And the Raid has damage, double flash. We got a Viper Molly? No. Guys, I can't get through the choke point. You guys can't get through the choke. It's an absolute disaster, dude. It's a disaster class. It really is.
What just happened in that round for 100 Thieves on the call?
See it again. Even with this first kill, right? Asuna coming in with a beautiful kill here. They have a Yoru, and when has we not seen Zekin kind of in the back of that site at elbow at times, taking 2 down late in the round.
Oh man.
State of the game lost on 100
That was awesome
right
to
now.
watch.
Sentinels focusing on them. They have control of it all, Van Silly. They've only lost that one coming into the second half, or the map, I should say, as they're looking for just 3 more to close this one out.
Oh, to walk contact.
Okay, we got a Sage res though. Here we go.
No
Sage
util
res.
to really push him this time around.
The Teo ready with the salvos.
Thankfully,
John's kind of in place. Has a gun out though.
Nah, run over the body. Into the vent. Sasuna is going to get Zalsis though. Drops the big fragger on the round.
Someone Sage res.
Still ready to fight. Bang is still ready to fight.
Sage res.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ooh, beautiful guard on that. 100 Thieves, it's taken a lot of their pressure, a lot of their presence to get through this though as the Armageddon comes through. Safety for Asuna just on the side of the ult.
We're at the edge and now a player advantage as well. Finally the res getting value. But there's a big lurk coming out now from Narrate. Full kit.
This movement from Asuna, if he can stay unknown, it's big. Narrate with one already. Full util.
Didn't want to say. No, he didn't have that ult yet.
And they know where Asuna is too.
Aftershock towards the back to push him out. Beautiful by Narrate.
Crazy utility usage. It's now going to be all up to Asuna. He knows he's got to look high. He's got to look low. 5 bullets left in the chamber.
Holy did they 11-1 them.
In from top down. The defuse for Narrate.
11-1.
Round for Narrate right there. 2 players swing against him, stays behind the box.
Oh, it's rough. It does feel like what we said at the beginning looks pretty true, right? They probably focused so heavily on the other maps and just thought that their split would be okay.
To win a 1v2 on that side, convert a 2v3 for Sentinels, and they cannot do any
Sentinels
wrong
look nice though.
on this map.
Gotta give them that.
A very fast first half. We'll have to see how quick it can be for Sentinels when we come back from the break.
Still rough though from 100 Thieves. So many rounds where they like could have just popped their ults and they didn't really. The calling felt a little bit rough. The ideas felt rough. Everything felt. Everything didn't feel good. Narrate? No, Sentinels look nice, dude. I'm telling you, they're playing well together. At least they got 1 round echoes. That's criminal. You can't be typing that. Can't be typing that one. Then I've had a lot of prep against this comp because Cuba Academy play it. Interesting. What, with the Sage as well?
Sentinels, and 1 round for 100 Thieves to run with here in the second half. They'll be on defense where they usually find their footing with the Sage composition on split, but I feel like the rug has already been pulled out from underneath them.
Yeah, the copium now for 100 Thieves is that they actually had a very strong defensive side as well against Sentinels. Although I like to say that Sentinels probably knows what to expect.
Yeah.
So it'll definitely be a difficult.
That's so weird, but
400 Thieves.
Dude, maybe the deadlock comp is a thing.
Is imperative for any kind of cushion for 100 Thieves here to have a life in the second half. They're playing the initiators as well towards A. We saw this from Sen. It's just so good for the retake or the delay. And Sen's focus is going to be mid here to get some util out before they commit with the spike anywhere.
Also looks like Cryo. He's trying to move forward. Nice shot by Asuna start though.
Oh my.
Oh, bang with trade.
Oh my goodness. He's doing like
acrobatics. The 1-for-1 here. And Busio is going to answer as well. Now it's up for Sen to make that 3v5 conversion happen.
So what I was going to mention, it didn't look like here that Cryo was looking to react and wall up towards middle. They wanted to wall up here towards the top of B Heaven just to try to stall a little bit more. Nice little drone though to allow Sentinels to move down.
Honestly, that kind of sums it all up.
And taken out. Xander and Cryo fall immediately and
just end it fast, man. End it fast. I'm ready to go to bed.
Cutie in mail to deliver.
Tides have turned.
Dude, we cast it, man. We cast it. It was split, third map.
So good there.
It's meant to always provide a banger. And they're going to get 13-1'd.
Oh, they don't check enough. And does. He jumps back again. John Cutie's always ready. He's had those flicks on point all game. EU has to deal with the mailman, and
watch the Pacific games? Yeah.
Low
I need to get
health
some sleep fast.
Low health on Bang. John Cutie moves in, and Narrate only needs one.
You hate to write it, but
oops,
11 chances. Should be okay, you would imagine.
We're on the side of Sentinels here, and yeah, map series point 12-1. An unexpected turn of events here in his third map. Not expected that it was going to be so one-sided for Sentinels to start.
It's over, these guys. It's over.
Oh, man. Signed, sealed, and delivered, says Bang, even with another round to go.
No pity for his old team.
No way. He knows he made the right choice now. Doesn't even have to say it anymore.
The gamble now, Hail Mary towards the front of Thieves. It's winning all the way towards the back towards spawn.
Surely, come on.
Greeted by banging already, a one-player advantage for Sentinels. And about to taste the victory here. Forcing now 100 Thieves to just move around the map and trying to find information on where they lost.
That's cracking me up.
On middle, at least to start.
Look at that. They know where Cryo is. They know where the wall could be potentially in a slow that would stop them. Everything else here they can run by except for the fault line. It looks like they are going to try to initiate. Oh, Zekin already tempting back at the site with a gate crash here.
We're flashing high for A, but nobody's fighting for heaven.
Yep. Because the follow-up just isn't there when they need it. Zekin's moving forward. Another kill almost with a classic.
Thought he was going to win that duel with a classic as well.
Pressuring in. Paranoia goes in sight to give him distance, and it's going to hit Xander just on the end. Now it's up to EU. 4 alive here for Sentinels. They have been so strong throughout the map. They look to close this out in such a clean manner on the third one of Split as we hit this decider. And now they just watch EU
dude, what's that hit off?
back and forth before it's
How's that possibly bounce like that? Okay, they got wrecked. They got absolutely wrecked. Very, very nice for Sentinels. They looked good. They played together. Played more together than they did in Bangkok on a majority of the rounds.
Dismantling 100 Thieves, where they received such a terrible defeat the last time. And
yeah, they got wrecked on attack, man. The no pressure on A.
But again, you have to look
pistol
back
into a bonus.
That just happened. It just shows to me there was a little bit of layers missing.